Hi friends, so I'm Ashley Hovez. Welcome to the making of Smile & Co. Part 2. This time I am using an architect. So I'm actually flying out to Denver today just for a night. Brian, my lovely husband, has decided to tag along because he's got FOMO. Tomorrow we have the design meeting for all day. And I got some camera gear. I have vlogging microphones. I don't know how to use any of this stuff, but I really hope that I can bring you in along for the ride. So yeah. So stay tuned. Welcome to our channel. How do people talk to themselves? I have no idea. But yeah, stay tuned. Are you excited? I'm so excited. All right, Denver, here we come. We're at the airport only 2 hours and 35 minutes before our flight. Brian and I are in Denver. We're about ready to go to a steakhouse. It is our first night away from our kids in
a long time.
2.5 years.
And it's 16 degrees outside.
16 degrees outside. We'll see if we make it past 10 o'clock. It's 8:45. Good morning from Denver. Brian and I flew in late last night and we went straight to a steakhouse, which I didn't think it was appropriate to bring a selfie stick to a fancy steakhouse, but it was an amazing meal. We're getting ready to meet with our architect team and go over some design elements today. So they have been working behind the scenes for the last almost 4 weeks. I gave them a Pinterest board with all my inspiration photos so that they have some idea of what I'm looking for the new space. And I can't wait to see what they came up with. All right, guys, so stay tuned. We're gonna bring you behind the scenes of our design meeting. All right, take care. It is so cold. The only reason why I have this mask on is to keep my face warm. Here, we made it. Brian lied to me. He told me that the walk from our hotel to here was only 6 blocks. That was not 6 blocks. And my face is numb and my hands. It is so freaking cold outside. It's like... Nice to meet you. This is my husband, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Caroline, nice to meet you.
And then we'll cover some other items towards the end, just housekeeping things. But yeah, like I said, we just first start with the design. So I'll let Caroline kind of drive from here.
Typically what we like to do also is just take a refresher, make sure that we're on the same page. As we've been working over the last 3 weeks, we've been really...
Yeah, all the material you guys are seeing, we'll send to you afterwards. So.
Exactly, yeah. And then as you're seeing here is the palette. The palette goes with the cartoon, so we'll kind of go back and forth between those. The intent is that these would be screens that would be highlighting your patients.
Oh, yes.
So like larger monitors,
Yes.
they look like frames, but they're have the opportunity to change.
So here we're walking into the Smile Studio. We're thinking about whitewashing those bricks, the existing brick wall, but still to keep them because
Yes.
it's kind of
It's
a cool feature. But here's your personal office.
So these bits of light yellow that you're seeing are backlit. So either like a recessed cooler lighting or a highlighting little uplight there.
So overall, it's got this very open feel, but there's definitely sections throughout your office. This is the hygiene bay. So mix of wood slats with that kind of framed glass and really kind of creating these smaller little personal rooms, but again, still feeling very open.
It's the nicest staff lounge ever. We may not get them back to work.
And this is walking through that sterilization lab area.
Looking at checkout beyond here.
I love the private checkout.
So again, we interjected this wood slat design that kind of
That's exactly what I want.
sticks out. It
Yes.
sticks out into the hallway, so it kind of brings people into the rooms. So from an architectural standpoint, we really liked what that was doing.
So cool.
And that's that painted.
Very cool.
So yeah, we can watch this as many times as you guys want. Usually it makes sense once we start going over the materials. And so really everywhere that you're seeing
darker ceilings.
that black ceiling, we didn't want it to paint it black here because it'd be overwhelming, but really this entire ceiling throughout the space is at 13'2". That's currently, have you gone to the space?
Yeah.
That's currently, like when you're in this back area with those existing wood columns that are there now,
Yes.
those fake ones,
Yeah.
that high ceiling, that's at 13'2".
Okay.
So
Awesome.
just to give you some reference there. So really high, tall ceilings throughout.
The clear story windows that you have around the perimeter really drive that because those
We don't want to
top
close
of
those
those
off.
are at 13'2".
Yeah.
So you'll see here in these images and then in the ceiling plan that we have dropped ceilings in. Let's go to the next view here. We can jump back and forth between here, but so this is a view from the beverage area right here, looking towards the fireplace. That
Well, it's got this really nice kind of texture
Hammered
too.
texture,
Yeah,
yes.
just giving it a little bit more depth.
Do you think this is harder to clean because of the texture?
I was just going to say that actually I think it hides quite a bit. So this, and similar to this, is the LVT flooring that we're showing. We'll get into it with the herringbone flooring. Like mid-tone colors seem to do really well with whether it's like winter weather. And granted, I know winter weather is different in every area, but winter and summer weather sometimes have different types of dirt that comes off of them. That it a more like mid-tone color. We've used this tile on a few other projects, and it does seem to wear well.
And if it gets wet, like if it's raining, it's not slippery for the
Correct.
patients.
No, it's yes, it's approved for commercial flooring.
This, since you spoke about this, I love it. I have something very similar in my first office, and all of these ridges attract so much dirt. Like we literally have to take a toothbrush and clean it. So I want it to look like this, but I want it to be flat.
Okay.
Like my assistants are like, Dr. Ashley, it's like hours and hours of them on their hands and knees, and it's still, as soon as we have one patient in.
So there's not going to be that much info on some of them right now. We definitely notate them way more after this meeting, but this is just a good way to be able to start talking about cabinet configurations and just what you're looking for. We'll show you what.
Hi guys, we're at Joe Architect in downtown Denver. We just finished our very long design process. Well, we started at 8:45 to 3:10. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this space. We'll just, you'll have to wait and see what we come up with. We don't want to spoil the surprise too much. But we're flying back to SAC tonight. I am starving. It was the most detailed meeting I think I've ever sat at. And that includes leading up to Smiling Co. Part 1, the first location. We went through all of the fixtures. We went through even where to place paper towel holders. We talked about the different elevations. So we're doing custom cabinetry throughout the space, and they literally had a different elevation per room for every wall. And then they started working on the design elements based off of the floor plan that we agreed to, or I agreed to. And then even now, just seeing it in 3D. So when we first started, they walked us through a 3D rendering of the space, and that got me so excited, because I mean, it really does take your vision and brings it to life.
Fun. I got to watch you figure out how to build your dream practice, and it was exactly what I was expecting. Over the top, extravagant, way more expensive than a dental office should be.